Hello, scrapbookers. This is Megan, and I am back today with my very first layout that I am making for the scrapbooking store. Man, can you believe it is the end of November and I'm just now posting my first layout? Oh, I have been the worst design team member ever. And I'm just trying my best here. So let's jump into the layout. I had these 4 photos from when Hannah and I went on our little girls trip when I went and visited her back in August. And we went to a lavender farm and she took some amazingly gorgeous, the 3 photos that are the 4x4 photos, those are photos she took of the lavender just at the farm. And she took some gorgeous photos, so I of course stole those from her. And then the one of her and me, I don't remember if she took it or if I took it, but one of us took that together. Of course we had to do a selfie with our masks on because of the time that I went and visited her. Of course we were being safe and wearing masks everywhere we went, and we had hand sanitizer. Like, we were very, very vigilant about being safe while we were out, because we were in an area where it wasn't bad, but still, of course, we wanted to be safe, right? So yeah, anyway, let's get back to the layout. So you can see here, I am ripping papers and gluing them down. So I had this idea to kind of make this design where just a little bit of those kind of diagonal pieces were kind of hitting each other at different angles to kind of look like a chevron, I think is what it kind of looks like. So they look like a V. And then I'm going to add, I think I'm actually going to cut down that floral paper and glue that down. And then I'm going to glue down this pink dotted paper. So this month's kit is absolutely amazing. If you have not grabbed your kit yet, if you're not a current subscriber, you will want to go and get this kit because it's amazing. So now I'm just going to finish gluing all of these pieces down to this white piece of paper. And then I'm going to start, I think I layer the photo next. So I cut up a lot of papers from this kit. I really only have, let's see, maybe 2 full 12x12 sheets left from this kit, and then I think the rest are just all scraps. So I think once I'm done killing this kit, I will only have scraps left. This kit was just amazing, so you need to go get it. My link is below, and if you use it, you are supporting me. Okay, so I thought about matting the photo on this yellow paper. It was on the back of the floral paper. So I thought, okay, it's not big enough though, so I need to add in like a little banner or something. And there were these cute little houses on this black and white striped paper. It, I think, was a border. So it was like a bunch of different borders on the B side, and then the A side was the black and white stripe. So this is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. And I go down this whole road and I'm gonna cut the paper, and I'm just not really liking it. I thought about adding this cute little snail border that was from one of the 12x12 papers, and I'm just really, really not liking it. So I decided to pull out one of the stamps from the upgrade kit. So the upgrade kit came with the stamp set from, oh goodness, I'm totally drawing a blank, but I will have a link below to the stamp set or the upgrade kit so that you can look and see where it's from. So I come back later and I decide, nope, I'm just going to mat the photo on this black and white stripe. That turns out awesome. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm so excited with how this layout turned out. Okay, so now I'm kind of moving on to these 3 photos that are on the side. So I got the idea to do a 6x12, or I think it might have been 9x12. I can't remember what size it is. And of course I don't have a ruler. I think it's a 6x12. So I got the idea to do just a 6x12 offshoot from this 12x12. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue down the yellow paper, and I'm thinking I'm going to use up all of this yellow paper, but then I'm like, wait a minute, that's wasting a lot of this really gorgeous mustardy yellow paper. So I'm going to rip it off and I am going to set it aside and save it for later because it's just too gorgeous to waste it, right? Do you get like that with papers? I do all the time. Now I'm going to glue down this little snail border strip to the right side of the paper. Now this is just so stinging cute. Like seriously, I can't even express how much I love this whole design. And I'm not saying that like, oh my gosh, I'm so amazing. I'm just like, I'm kind of amazed that I even came up with it. You know, like, oh gosh, I never have good ideas, right? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so there is a tiny, teeny, tiny little piece where the paper or the photos for some reason didn't reach the bottom, but the papers did, and so it looked funky. So I'm going to cut off this little strip of hearts from the black and white stripe that also had the borders on the back. I'm going to glue it down there, and then I'm also going to bring that over to the 12x12 layout just to kind of keep that congruency. What is that called? Symmetry? Would that be symmetry? Except it's not going to go in the same place. So I don't know that you would call it symmetry. Now I am going to start stamping. I thought that this stamp, it says, now and then it's good to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. I thought it was perfect for this moment, and so I stamped it out twice, and I really didn't like it just with a stamp block. So I brought out my Tim Holtz travel mini whatever stamp platform, whatever this thing is called, and I decided I was going to try it on this. I liked that much better, but I wanted to, so I think I tried it with this navy. I think it's called Pacifica is the one that I used. But I didn't really like the blue, so I am actually going to go to a black color. Then I got the idea to just do the shadow effect on the layout to get off the excess blue. Oh, it was peacock. That's the color I was using. I knew it started with a P. And then here I am using the black. I really like how that turns out, and that's just the regular black from Close to My Heart. If you don't already know, I'm obsessed with Close to My Heart. So, yeah, check out all my links below. Miranda Weber is my consultant, and she's amazing. And yeah, I actually am going to place an order, I think, tomorrow when this is being posted. I am doing this on a Friday night. Woohoo! Crazy Friday night, right? Okay, so now I am just going to cut around this little saying, and it does have, whoever said this quote, it is contributed to that person. I think it says Guillaume Apollinaire or something like that. I don't know who that is, but yeah. So I thought that would be a good spot to have a little cluster right here, above my head to the right a little bit. Now I am just cutting some fun foam because I want to pop this photo up, and I also knew that I needed something to back that quote on because it just wasn't standing off of that floral background. So I decided to go with this scrap of the yellow kind of mustardy piece of pattern paper. And I really, really love how this turns out. So I'm just going to glue that to the side there. And so I'm going to figure out what I need to do with the layering of the foam. Sometimes I make things really difficult on myself, and I don't know why. My husband always is like, Megan, why do you make things so difficult? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just in my nature, apparently. Okay, now I am building a cluster that is going to go up in the top right-hand corner. And I knew it needed kind of like a shelf or something to ground it. And so I decided to tear this piece of paper, and that goes really, really well with it. I really love how that cluster turned out. I decided also that I was going to have a little spot for journaling up there in that top cluster. Now I'm working on my third and final cluster, and I'm going to kind of add these cute little birds into each of the clusters. The bottom right hand of the photo cluster, so that little stamp has a bird on it, and that's how I included the bird. So something that I have learned over the years of watching other YouTubers is if you have problems with making clusters, just pick a theme. So like I used flowers, and just make sure every one of your clusters has a flower in it, or whatever, a flower cluster or something. If you put a word phrase in one of your clusters, put it in the other two. If you put a bird in one of your clusters, put it in the other two. And that's how I have come to build my clusters. I don't always do it every single time, but for the most part, I will stick with the theme in each of my clusters. And that just kind of makes it a lot easier to build the clusters, and also to have that coherent triangle throughout your layout. And I am physically making a triangle with my hands, like you can actually see it. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at the sticker sheet and trying to decide what else I need to add. I knew that I needed a title, so I did go into my stash and pull out this very scripty type font, and it worked out perfect for this layout. It is a black glitter, and it's just from American Crafts. I don't think I have it in the right packaging, so I'm not sure what the name of it is, or if you can still get it. I tried looking it up online and I couldn't find it. I am going to add another little flower right here, and I think that is it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out all my links below, and to come join the Scrapbooking Store Kit Club. It's awesome. Bye.